Step 1, choose a niche. The first step is to choose your niche, and this is crucial because trying to target everyone means you'll connect with no one. A niche equals things people are interested in. How to find profitable niches. YouTube, software, and marketplaces. We're going to use a marketplace called flippa.com. So you're going to go to flippa.com and you're going to hit browse. Once you hit browse, you'll see a bunch of different digital assets, but we're going to focus on YouTube and social media. More specifically, YouTube. Next, you'll see here, there's going to be a bunch of different niches you can choose from. These are channels that have already sold. So we're going to filter by recently sold, and then it'll show you all the channels that are recently sold on Flippa. You can see there's channels that have sold for $3,000, $80,000 in an entertainment niche, all the way to $265,000 in an education niche. But we're going to look for one that actually shows what niche it is. And we found Seniors Hub 65. This is a fitness YouTube channel. So now I'm going to choose my niche, and it's going to be health and fitness. Step 2, build a list. Now that you know who you're targeting, step 2 is building your list of potential sellers. Open a Google Sheet and use the following filters: channel name, link, subscribers, age, monthly views, monthly uploads, RPM, which is revenue per milli, or revenue per 1,000 views, estimated monthly revenue, email, niche/keywords. Now let's go through what each of these means. Channel name is self-explanatory. We want the name of the channel because we're going to have to refer back to this later as we build our list. Then we need the link to the channel because we want to get to the channel immediately so we know exactly who and what we're searching. Subscribers, that's going to tell us exactly how healthy the channel is. So if a channel just started within 3 to 6 months and it already has anywhere between 1,000 to 50,000 subscribers, that's a pretty healthy channel, and that lets me know that the owner knows what they're doing. Now we're going to look at the age. Not when the video was first uploaded on the channel, but the actual age, when the channel was started on YouTube. This is very important because age channels have a lot more history with YouTube and a lot more trust with YouTube, which makes them a lot more valuable. Next, your monthly views. So we want to know exactly how many views the channel is getting per month because that's going to let us know how much revenue the channel is making. Monthly uploads, this is also important because if a channel is uploading over 2 to 3 videos per day, that's going to mean that they have a pretty good system in place. But if they're uploading daily, that also means that we need to have a team that can upload daily, or they could be using AI. So this is very important to us to understand exactly how we're going to upkeep the channel and how much work is involved in the channel. Next is your total uploads. This is also going to let us know how healthy the channel is. So a channel that has a lot of subscribers, but only around 40 uploads. For example, the channel Quiz Nation has 91,000 subscribers, but only 40 uploads. That's a very healthy channel, and they only uploaded 3 monthly uploads. Next, the RPM, we're going to leave blank because we don't know until we actually reach out to the seller how much money they're making per 1,000 views. Your estimated monthly revenue is also going to be blank because we won't know this until we actually speak with the seller of the channel. And the most important line here is the email. We need this email because we're going to actually reach out to them via email. And then niche/keywords. I use a software that lets me know exactly what keywords this channel is using. This is going to help me in the future find more channels in this niche. For beginners, I recommend choosing 3 to 5 niches and building a list of at least 100 channels. This gives you enough data to at least email 10 sellers daily and the opportunity to close a deal within 10 days. Step 3, email owners. Step 3 is where you start reaching out to your list through email campaigns. We want to close a deal as soon as possible using the least amount of money. So for now, we will use a personal Gmail account. I've personally made over 7 figures using a simple Gmail account. And you can see here, they actually do reach out, and they reach out a lot because people don't know that they can actually sell their channel. And so when you reach out, they're actually excited to understand how much their channel is worth and what they could possibly make for their hard work. Your email needs to do 3 things. Step 1, get open. So we need a compelling subject line. Number 2, build trust. Personalized conversational tone. And number 3, get a response. Clear, concise, and to the point. Here's a simple email template that works. Subject line, quick question about channel name. Hi there, this is insert your name from company name or channel name. Following up with you about channel name. Do you have any interest in selling? Keep it simple, keep it personal, and keep it conversational. You're not trying to sound like a corporation. You're a real person reaching out about their channel. Step 4, close the deal. Step 4 is about making offers and flipping channels to investors for a profit. This step has two parts: securing the channel under contract and then assigning that contract to an end buyer. Part A, making offers. Perfect. Can you tell me more about the channel? So in this subject line here, this is they've already responded and say that they want to sell, but we can't actually give them an offer till we have more details about the channel. So here's what I do to analyze the deal. Who creates the content? Do you have a team or do you create it yourself? How much are you paying per video? Writer, voice actor, editor, designer? What made you choose this niche? How do you come up with ideas? Can you send a screenshot of last 6 months revenue month by month? Your main traffic source, their lifetime impressions, views, and average view duration, 28-day views, 28-day RPM, 28 days AVD. Why do you want to sell, and what's the best way to contact you? Really simple, straight to the point. I can analyze a deal just based off this information. I'm asking very specific questions because I want to know the real reason the owner wants to sell. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Here's the simple formula I use to determine my offer price. 1.25x profit, meaning I take the year-to-date profit and multiply by 1.25. So for example, if a channel is 6 months old, I would take the 6 months revenue, ask them exactly how much they're paying per video. I would calculate how many videos they've had uploaded on that channel per month. I would figure out the expenses and I would figure out the profit. So let's say the channel made $40,000 in 6 months and they spent $20,000. That means they have $20,000 profit. You're going to take $20,000 and multiply that by 1.25. That's going to be your offer price. Now, do I always stick to this? No, absolutely not. Sometimes I offer 0.75. Sometimes I offer 0.5. It just depends on exactly what the channel is, how well the channel is maintained, a lot of the details that involve getting to know the owner and how they're running the channel, the operations. Majority of channels are selling for 2 to 3x, so this leaves some wiggle room for my wholesale fee. Once the seller accepts your offer, you will need to get the channel under contract using a purchase and sale agreement. Here's an exact purchase and sale agreement that I've used to make over 7 figures doing this. It was actually made by one of my attorneys, so you can have it for free. All you have to do is subscribe, like, and comment contracts for a free copy of my proven purchase and sale agreement. Part B, flipping to investors. Now you have the channel under contract, it's time to find investors looking for cash flow. You should be marketing the channel on your most used social media platforms. I personally found majority of my buyers from Twitter/X and Facebook/Meta. Marketing your deal. Once you have your channel under contract, create a Google Sheet. This is actually one of my deals that I wholesaled. It's called Factora. I'll actually take you through a personal case study on how I got this deal, how I made money, and how I actually made cash flow even after wholesaling this. And so you can see here, I gave them the channel start date, I gave them the niche, I gave them the language because it came with a Spanish channel as well. I gave them start date, and I told them exactly what comes with the channel, how many subscribers it has, the lifetime revenue, and the 2023 revenue. So this deal was done in 2023. Now, I gave them the revenue and the profit, and I gave them the asking price. If anybody is interested and is actually serious, they reached out to me and we got a deal done. And that's exactly what happened. So I got this channel under contract for $10,000 for both channels, and I signed it for $25,000. So you can do the math. That means I made $15,000. Send this to other channels in the same niche. Subject line, YouTube channel for sale. Are you interested in buying my channel? Insert channel name and link. This is also a good proven way to sell a channel because if someone like myself has a channel in the police body cam niche, for example, and I'm looking to expand, the way I do it is not just by starting channels. I'm looking to acquire channels also in the niche. And so if I had the channel reach out to me and say they want to sell, I would definitely be interested. So this is another way to build a buyer's list. The closing process. I've done over 100 deals and have used escrow 3 times. I recommend Scrollwise and escrow.com. These escrow companies are familiar with YouTube transfers. So just to be frank, I have a lot of trust in the YouTube space and a lot of people are very honest in this space. So we don't really use escrow, but if you want to be professional and you want to save yourself from the headache of someone not paying you the money and not closing the deal or running off with a channel, then definitely use escrow. I would advise it. I personally used my own service via Channelly and never had any issues. We were able to transfer within 7 days. So it takes 7 days for someone to become primary owner of a channel. Here's actually some case studies of some of my students that joined my Flip Channels community, and they were able to do deals in less than 30 days. So this is JC. You can see here, he flipped some raw land to a builder for $1,500. He bought the land for $500. He was sitting on it for a while because I was teaching him how to build, and he just had a bunch of channels sitting that were monetized, but they weren't doing anything. Once again, H channels are actually very popular right now. So this is actually the best time to get into flipping channels because investors are looking for channels that are monetized. They're looking for channels that have age. They're looking for channels that have trust with YouTube. And also a lot of channels are getting banned on YouTube right now. So people are in a frantic panic mode. And the best thing to do right now is to just play the field. And the way you can do that is just by flipping channels. And so he actually gave a strategy to some of my other students, and he was able to make $1,500 fairly quickly. This is the channel that I was talking about before called Factora. So I just reached out to the owner of this channel. They actually had 2 channels available. They had the English and Spanish version of the channel. Now, I had a few buyers in mind, but I posted on Facebook, and one of my clients reached out to me and said they wanted it. They used their credit card. They bought it for $25,000. I was able to make $15,000 on the front end, and they were very busy and didn't have time to run it. So they actually gave me 30% revenue to run the channel as well and manage it. So this is another strategy I have. Rather than flipping and wholesaling channels, I actually manage channels as well, and I make good cash flow from that. So I'm able to make a good 6 figures just from management fees. You can see here, you have to actually know what you're doing. You cannot just manage someone's channel and not know what you're doing. I've been doing this for 9 years. I know exactly how to scale a channel. So if you don't know how to do that, I don't recommend management until you get some experience under your belt. But I was able to manage this channel fairly well and make an additional $2,000 to $3,000 per month. You can even see here, our second video after acquiring the channel went viral, and he was paid $2,600 from just one video.